Tonight, from TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Lamar Jackson and the Jacksonville Jaguars versus Patrick Mahomes and the Miami Dolphins.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIA here in Jacksonville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the Jacksonville Jaguars. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks. Certainly two. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Now this will make it into the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. They'll be led out by the reigning Super Bowl MVP in his fourth year now. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win. Sometimes you band together real tight in that situation, and if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that done.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. And one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets him 6. It's caught. Jones. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He'll find Jones again, complete. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. The numbers for Jones last week, 5 catches, 73 yards.
And you can tell early, they're going to look his way quite a bit, and he made himself available on that one.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. And again, it's Mahomes. And Jones has it over the middle.
Mahomes pass.
Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's able to pick up the first. 27. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. And after the sack, he's still down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Now, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. Mahomes can sling it, but the feet are nimble too as he scrambles for a 1st down.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big 1st down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
From the 8, they've got it 1st and goal. First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Got Gordon open, completes it. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. Now, this is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. Get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And that makes the score 7-0. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. To return, it's Cam Sutton. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. Leading them out, the reigning MVP of the National Football League in his 3rd season now from Louisville. It's Lamar Jackson.
And what a sophomore season he had for the Cardinals. Pretty much swept every major quarterback award, including the Heisman Trophy. And we spend a lot of time talking about his legs. Formidable. He can run the ball like few others, but the key to everything for him is ability to be accurate from the pocket.
Now they're going to get about 3 here out of this 1st down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. The numbers for him from a week ago. Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 3rd down, Jackson. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
Martin, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
28 more yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 32-yard line. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down. They hand it off to Mostert.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Aguilar has it. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Moore. His first touchdown. Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Now Adam Vinatieri for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Now Jones. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Over 1st and 10. At their own 26-yard line.
Here now a look at Melvin Gordon. Last week a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
There goes Melvin Gordon. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Miami.
Melvin Gordon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Extra point try for Gostkowski.
Extra point.
It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Sutton now to return. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
From the 29, Jackson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
1st and 10 at the
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. He'll get 3 up to midfield. Both of these two teams, the Jets and Dolphins, looking to improve their rushing attack in 2020. Last year, they were the bottom 2 teams. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. First down, Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jones.
Pass. Complete to Zay Jones.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line.
Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
A loss of a yard on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Dolphins 14, Jaguars 7.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he finds his man Griffin. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm.
Gain of 9 yards.
That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Gordon on 1st down. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up second.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Mahomes firing complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
First down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now Mahomes. Flushed out right.
Number 15.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down. And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
At their own 20.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time out they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. And wow, now you got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Mostert. On the stop that time, it was Josie Jewell.
Josie Jewell on the tackle. 1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd down, Mostert.
Yard line.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the dart ball, pick up the 1st down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Here's a handoff to Mostert running left. And they're going to scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. at the 47-yard line.
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Mike Daniels on the tackle.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he'll hit his tight end, Walker.
Another Jaguars. First and 10.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. That catch good for only a couple.
Gerald Everett. Out of bounds at the 30.
That's a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. They'll run with a rookie 2nd rounder. It's J.K. Dobbins. And he'll get this down close to a 1st down at about the Dolphins' 30.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that 1st. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. This pass complete to Higgins. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision. And receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
They'll run with Mostert. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. One more time with Mostert. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Jackson from the shotgun. Here's Higgins out on the right side. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. From 4 yards out. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Now, he had time there, but you give any quarterback that length of time, he'll make you pay.
It just puts way too much stress on guys trying to cover downfield because, as you said, you that much time in the pocket, he can scan the field, find the open person. That's exactly what happened there. And what was the end result again?
Touchdown. Now, we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Now Jones. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Miami set to take over. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time with just punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, it's time definitely to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Ball carrier.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 44, Mahomes. He'll get that complete to Parkinson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 30. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
On the pickup, brings up 2nd.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Well, the 2nd down throw on target. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
It's a gain of 6.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers and certain...
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And an incomplete pass.
Mahomes pass.
That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
On for the field goal. A 34-yard attempt.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead.
14.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. Able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. He's doing his job, but the bottom line, they're losing. They've got a deficit to make up here, and he knows it.
And quarterbacks who last in this league learn that lesson really early. You may have had a great stat line and felt pretty good about how you played, but if your team didn't win, it almost doesn't matter. And right now he's adopted that attitude. How do I get better? How does my team get better? How do we find a way to win the game?
He's hoping to lead his team to a successful drive. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Throwing again. Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down.
Brings up a third down and 10 yards.
Now Jackson to throw on third down. And that will be incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
We're certainly not going to see a better punt than that. Definitely taking a chance, because if that thing clips the pylon, it comes out to the 20, but instead it goes out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. He's been in a pretty good group. They actually have more yards on the ground than through the air, but both have been good, pretty balanced.
And have we ever met a coach when we've talked to him before a game that hasn't mentioned wanting to be balanced?
No, because then you've got both sides hitting the defense. They don't know what to expect, right?
It really helps your play calling, because now you're in a position where you're confident in either one, either aspect of the game, dial it up and let it go. And so far, that's allowed them to lead.
Absolutely. Have the lead here in the second quarter. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to our Tiburon Studios here in Orlando. We'll take a minute and look ahead at what's to come this weekend in week number 3. In the early window on Sunday, one of the best happens up in Pittsburgh. A big one for the Steelers, as they'll square off against the visiting Houston Texans. Then, more good stuff to follow later in the afternoon. One good one being under the dome in Indy, where it'll be the Colts taking on the New York Jets. And one more to highlight, a good one on Monday Night Football between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Cotton and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
First and 10.
Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
And now offensively, it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now, the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now it's Jackson. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Raheem Mostert, 66 yards. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here, he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Vinatieri now to tack on the PAT. It's up and good to make it 21-17. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now a pass caught by Zay Jones. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
3-yard gain on the play. Brings up third.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. Fourth down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. He is looking to help his team build their lead after trailing at halftime. They've got to like the spot they're in right now.
They have to love it, but as you and I both know, cliche alert coming here. You're only as good as your last possession. But I think that they like, as you said, the spot they're in and how confidently they're playing at this point.
But again, just a one-possession lead, looking to expand that now. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Jackson. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Stephen Weatherly. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
It's 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Dolphin first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
The last 2 guys on the cover of Madden going toe-to-toe here, and a great one brewing in the third. Everything we'd expect from Mahomes and Jackson, 2 of the best young stars in the game. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 40-yard line.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
To throw again on second down. Mahomes. That's into the hands of Parkinson, the tight end. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Yard gain on the play. First down, Dolphins.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. Able to get this to Gordon. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. Mahomes now to throw. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Sheldon Rankins, his 2nd sack of the night. And for the defense, their 3rd sack of the game.
That number tells you that they're starting to put it together with their defensive game plan. They're starting to feel pretty good about what the offense is doing, bringing the pressure at the right time, and putting the quarterback on the ground.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton.
Mahomes.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
9 yards.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action from Jacksonville. Going right back to Jones. This time the connection made. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5 on the play.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Flush to his right. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are once again going to retake the lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Gostkowski for the point after.
Extra point.
And that one gives them a 3-point lead. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it was all capped by Patrick Mahomes using his legs to get in the end zone. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Sutton now to return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
On the return, the Jaguars take over 1st and 10.
The Jaguars again ready to take over on offense and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Now left side on the swing pass. No gain, and it's second down.
He steps out of bounds.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
We're on Jaguars.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Jackson on first down. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgs. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 44 yards.
He's been a one-man dynamo on this drive so far, and you know the other receivers would love to get involved. But right now, his skill and his play has his team in a great position to put 6 points on the board.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Jackson will throw again. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. This is Mostert. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Raheem Mostert with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys are able to regain the lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. Melvin Gordon now, he and the offense, they trot back out there. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
Yeah, it's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. Now, the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Short pass caught by the tight end Griffin. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
It's a gain of 8, and it brings up 3rd
Mahomes looks to throw on third down. It's caught. Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 10.
That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On first down, it's Gordon. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 44, Mahomes. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. No doubt they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes got Gordon open, completes it. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40.
Melvin Gordon.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
3rd down.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
Complete to
They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And again, it's Mahomes. The left side completion to Jones. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
gain of 22
A
yards.
well-executed 22-yard gain.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Complete to Zay.
An 11-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the 4th. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Good for the Jaguars.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Jackson from the shotgun. Open man is Higgins. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. To throw again is Jackson. A very quick pass to Ridley. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 45-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
First and 10.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
It's worth noting when you talk about Jackson's running ability, the Baltimore wide receivers had just over 1,400 receiving yards combined last year. And Charles, that was the fewest yards by a wide receiver group in the NFL since 2011.
And partner, I expect that number to go up this year. Last season, Lamar Jackson got very comfortable with his tight end group. In fact, he had one tight end that went to the Pro Bowl. But I think now, because of his ability to run the ball, it'll bring defenders closer to the line of scrimmage, and you'll see more big plays from the wide receivers downfield.
7 yards there on the first down screen play. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And Jackson throwing once more. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
First and goal at the
68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
Here's Mostert. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll run with Mostert. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
Brings up 4th and goal.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week, picking up where he left off. So here comes the trusty battle-tested Adam Vinatieri for a big kick. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied.
31-31.
I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Here now, a look at Melvin Gordon. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game.
2nd and 5 at the 29-yard line.
Now a handoff. This is Gordon. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Brings up 3rd down.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I was used to joke with my teammates who carried the ball a lot. When we got in these situations and they were carrying us home, I used to tell them, boy, you guys just look like Paul Bunyan, just growing stronger, bigger, tougher. And all night long, he's carried this team.
He has indeed. Everything magnified right now. A huge third down conversion. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
7 yards there and a first down. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. He'll get that complete to Parkinson.
Complete to
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. The busy night continues for Gordon as he gets it here. And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars 39. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
First down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now Gordon on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Second and 12, operating from the 39. Now a 20th carry, number 20 here for Melvin Gordon. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
So 1st and 2nd down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. A first carry now for Rex Burkhead. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
For the field goal, a 55-yard attempt.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt.
34. Jaguars 31.
You talk about a big kick under pressure in the 4th quarter. I mean, that wasn't like a 33-yarder. That was long distance.
Not only does it show the faith that they have in him, but also remember, if they'd missed that one, they're giving up the ball near midfield. So they had to be very confident that he was going to put that one through the post.
So Lamar Jackson in the offense. Down 34-31. A little under 50 seconds to go. Their perfect start to the season in jeopardy unless they can score here as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing now is Jackson. And he rifles one incomplete. He was looking for Raheem Mostert there, but it'll be second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
3-yard line.
They'll look to throw. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Now whistles here. And lineman might have moved. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Coming on that play, had to pick them up, and they jumped.
A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. Jackson to throw. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
That's good.
Going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Dolphins, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.